Welcome, everybody, to Ain't Slayed Nobody. We are back with another stream. We have been going hard with the Halloween content, and I'm really excited today because, one, I don't have to run the game yet again, which is always exciting for me. I like to play, and Rev from the CritShow is going to run this for us, which is really cool because we've done a few things together, Rev, and I think we're always kind of bouncing ideas off each other. And when I proposed you running a game for us, you brought up this thing I've never heard of. I thought it might be Monster of the Week or something like that, but you proposed the Witch is Dead, which I just have this one page, so it looks like a pretty simple, quick game, but it also looks really cool based on, I read like 50% of this one page. So
You're on it.
right away, when I saw that kind of the way this game looked, and I know the people I like to play with, so I knew we were going to be able to play animals, which is different than Call of Cthulhu. And I invited Bridgett and Rina, who both graciously accepted pretty much immediately, maybe on name alone. I don't know. But we're excited. And I think that maybe we can begin just by going around the horn, talking about projects that you're involved in. Did I mess up? Did I say something provocative?
You and that phrase.
Oh, sorry. It's a baseball term.
Going around
I know it as a navigating term.
Yeah,
Oh,
same.
yeah,
I know it as a boat thing.
That's where it started. Yeah. Let's start with you, Rev.
Okay. So I'm Rev. I am the host and GM of the CritShow, which is an actual play podcast where we play Monster of the Week and other Powered by the Apocalypse games, all within the same dimension hopping storyline. And literally everything you need to know about us, you can find over at thecritshowpodcast.com. And just anywhere you look, that's what it's going to be under. And we also do Let's Plays for new and kickstarting RPGs as well. So we've got maybe a dozen of those on the website for new games that have come out or are coming out.
That's cool. This is the most prepared I've ever been, Rev, having a banner.
I know. Look at that.
Hopefully your
I was
correct
so excited
URL.
when it popped up. I was like, "Oh, look at that!"
But yeah, and did you say the address to your Twitch page?
At the CritShow. Oh yeah, it's the CritShow as well.
It's always that consistency is really helpful. Yeah. So very cool. Now I'll try to figure out how to get rid of the banner. Here we go. And all right, Bridgett, you're going to play season 2 with us. Tell us. I know you're already working on a lot of other things.
Yeah. Hi again. My name is Bridgett. Sorry if you hear the Bernese Mountain Dog panting next to me. He decided to walk into the room right as I stood up. Great for that. You can catch me on the Miskatonic University podcast. I am one of the co-hosts there where we talk about weird and horrific role-playing games. And if you don't want to hear me ramble on about weird and horrific role-playing games, if you're interested in writing weird and horrific role-playing games, specifically for 7th edition Call of Cthulhu, I am Chaosium's newest community ambassador. So if you are interested in self-publishing your own content on the Miskatonic repository, which is Chaosium's hub for community content, feel free to holler at me. You can reach me at Bridgett. That's Bridgett you walk across with 2 T's at chaosium.com. And I'm super excited to be joining the cast of Ain't Slayed Nobody. I'm here.
Right. Of course, I made a banner for the one thing you didn't promote. I have a banner for your website, Bridgett.
And that's the one thing I should be promoting first. And yes, I am the owner and founder of Symphony Entertainment, which is a gaming club and LLC dedicated to horror tabletop role-playing games. So whether it's The Witch is Dead or Call of Cthulhu, Dread, Alien the RPG, if it's horror, you love it, we love it. Feel free to check us out and connect there as well. And thank you for the banner.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Bridgett. And finally, Rina, if you've ever seen a stream with Ain't Slayed Nobody, you know Rina, but the projects always change. So
yes.
What are you working on, Rina?
Hey, y'all. I'm Rina. Like Bridgett, I will be on Ain't Slayed Season 2, which I'm super excited about. Already got my character off and rolling, and we're having a lot of fun. And also, you can find me on the upcoming Max Hammett Mysteries, which we're working on at some point, Cup.
Oh my God.
I
Yes.
believe. But you can also find me on the Old Ways podcast, on the Horror on the Orient Express campaign. But also, I will be running the third show for the Old Ways podcast. I will be running a custom Vampire the Masquerade campaign that I wrote myself. I have an amazing cast. Looking forward to running that, so keep an eye out for that as well. And you can find me around Twitter, Discord, and probably on 15 other shows here and there, depending on what time you're listening to this. So I won't plug all of them because Cup asked me to keep it under 10 minutes.
I had a lazy banner for you, but I do have multiple banners for you. So here's your Twitter handle. So follow Rina and all the cool projects they're working on. And of course, when season 2 drops in, oh my gosh, January, February, something like that, tune in. And Bridgett and Rina are already playing together. So
yes,
that'll be a lot of fun. I don't have any, you know what I promote the same thing every time. So patreon.com/ain'tslayed. Get over there if you're not already. Wait, this may be airing only to patrons, but whatever. Increase your tier, right? Pay more money. There's lots of options to give us money. So we encourage all of those. And yeah, that's all. I think we're ready to roll, Rev. We have a simple game, so we'll have simple introductions.
Yes. So this is, as you mentioned, The Witch is Dead by Grant Howitt. Grant Howitt makes a ton of one-page RPGs. And here's the simple introduction for The Witch is Dead. Once upon a time, there was a kind and wise and beautiful witch who lived in the forest with her familiars, and her life was peaceful and happy until a fucking witch hunter broke into her cottage and dragged her out and fucking murdered her. And now she's dead. But if you get revenge and kill him and bring his eyes to her corpse within a week, she'll come back to life. Or so you've heard. Even if it doesn't work, at least he's dead. So this game is very simple. The first thing that you all will do, and we have actually done beforehand, is you will roll a 10-sided die to determine what animal, what familiar you are. So what familiar is everyone?
So we rolled ahead of time. Bridgett, do you want to start? We'll kind of go in the order of the screen. That's why I always put myself in the bottom corner.
Oh, that'll
So I
work.
can
That'll
go
work.
last.
Yeah. I rolled a hare, so I'll be playing a rabbit.
And I rolled a cat, so I'll be playing a cat named Precious.
Precious.
I rolled a cat, but didn't want 2 cats, so I re-rolled and rolled for a toad. I do have a headgear. I don't know if it's going to work with headphones, but I'll make an attempt.
I think we have to find it. Oh, yes.
Here we go.
Yes.
It's definitely not going to fit over. Hold on, let me work on this while you explain more about how this works. Yeah,
This is amazing.
I believe in you.
I'm not going to be able to hear you.
No, I think we have to pause for this. I think we need to watch this.
Yeah, we do.
I'm going to act like I'm explaining mechanics, and so I'll make some hand gestures and talk about things, but he won't know that we're really just watching and hoping that this fits on his head and stays. There we
I'm
go.
going to give you
There
a
we
lot
go.
of nonverbal enthusiastic, I understand.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, oh, yeah.
He should have cut ear holes in it. Can you hear us?
I can.
Yeah? Okay,
Yeah.
excellent.
I think it's going to work.
This
I
is
have an
amazing.
alternative hat if this didn't work for Toad.
Oh, nice. That one's good.
This one is perfect. I
This
love
is
this.
flawless.
So you'll notice that on your animal, you have 4 stats.
I look 10 years
You
old.
have
Okay.
you have clever, fierce, sly, and quick. Anything that you do in this game is going to be in one of those categories. It gives you a little bit of a breakdown on the sheet. Clever is to interact with humans, understand them. Fierce is to scare, drag, push, carry, bite, scratch. Sly is to sneak, to steal, to hide. Quick is to outpace, to climb, to evade. And so we'll kind of make those calls as you tell me the things that you want to do. And so you'll notice that your animal that you have has a number assigned to each of those stats, 0 through 3. And so on the little character sheet on the right side, you'll just mark that down. And this game uses just a single D10 for everybody. So when you roll that D10, when you're trying to do something, you'll add the appropriate stat bonus to it. So if you rolled a 6 and you've got a 2, you'll have an 8. Next thing you have to roll with your D10 is the bit of magic that the witch taught you to help her around the house. So what spell do you each know?
So Bunny, the hare, the rabbit, picked up distract / confuse. So distract and confuse.
Okay.
And Precious the cat picked up speak human.
Which is pretty boss.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Todd the Toad knows make flame, which I was excited about. because
Whoa.
That's how I like to play these games anyway.
And so when we go through, you'll tell me what it is you're trying to do, and I'll give you a difficulty number and what category that falls into, and you'll roll that D10. The thing to note is that there is danger in this game. So if you're doing something that is dangerous, and as a kind of side note, using magic is always dangerous, but if you're doing something that puts you in danger, if you fail that roll, you will add a point to your current danger chart. So you'll start at 0, and then you'll build up from there. If at any time you're attempting something and you roll under your danger modifier, you get captured, you get caught. It is the end of your story, perhaps, but it's something bad happens. So I also have rolled some random dice to find out about the witch hunter and the village in which they have come from and have escaped to. So I think to paint a little picture for all of you, what exactly does your witch's hut look like? Like what kind of environment does she live in? Or did she live in? Does she rest in?
I think it's more of a cottage, like a nice cozy cottage, not so much a hut.
Yeah.
So lots of books, lots of cozy things, crochet, tea, all that sort of thing. The occasional pentagram,
Mm-hmm.
Just for some extra razzle dazzle. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful garden outside that is partially barricaded by a river rock stone wall.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And this just huge stone perimeter outside of the cottage to ward off anyone who's unwanted. Probably smoke always coming out of the chimney.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
so it
making
makes
flame inside.
Yeah, always just nonstop with every hop.
The flame
So-
toad.
You all go to sleep one evening and everything is right with the world. The witch is cozy and comfy inside of her cottage. And you awake to the sound of the door shutting. And you see a shadowy figure moving away out through the garden and over the wall. And you can hear the witch gasping, and she looks at you all. They've killed me. Get them. Get their eyes. Bring them back. You can save me. And she slumps over. You can see the direction that this shadowy figure is headed towards the closest town to you. What is that town called?
Skimbleshanks.
Mm-hmm. It absolutely is.
I had the same one.
Shanks. Yes.
Scambleshanks is a little village that is on the water. There's a dock or two that ships come in and drop things off, kind of like a really tiny port where things can come and go and move in and out of. But it is the closest place to you all, and that is the direction that you see this shadow moving in.
I have a
Well-
mechanical question. Sorry.
Yeah.
Can we communicate with each other or only
Yes,
with animals
absolutely.
like us? Okay.
With each other, yeah.
Otherwise, that would be a very difficult game.
Exactly. Yeah. So, Todd is seated in. It's kind of this homemade clay ashtray that he's always seated in. I think just in shock from the death of the witch, who's the only human that he's ever connected to. So, just kind of stunned by the whole thing. Watching probably Precious and Bunny, who are more respectable animals.
Precious kind of saunters over to the witch and just sort of sniffs, nudges at her face. Well, I'm not going to get breakfast this morning unless we kill this motherfucker. So, bat.
You guys know that Bunny is not very bright at all. Bunny has a 0 clever, and I'm going to lean into that with her tonight. So Bunny is just sitting outside of Mother with this vacant expression on her face, and she's just nervously tapping her foot, thump, 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 thump on the ground, which is one of her ways of expressing emotion. She's just thump, 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 thump.
That's going to irritate Todd. The thumping. Todd's kind of a surly toad. So I think I'll hop down off of the fireplace mantle where that ashtray was seated and kind of hop over toward the body, give a dirty look to Bunny and maybe a eager look toward Precious to see what we're going to do about this. But I do want to make my way toward the door to see if I can glean anything else about where this murderer went, this fucking murderer.
I think that really the clearest vision that you have going over the garden wall is directly towards Scramble Shanks.
Okay.
So we gotta get some motherfucking eyes. Let's go, bitches. And Precious just saunters out, like tail waving, running for the wall. But she's gonna stop and push like something off the top of the wall because it's there, and just push it off and keep going.
Now, is Precious mindful of the other animals or just going as fast as they can?
Well, you can't make a cat go any faster than it wants to go at any given time.
Sure.
So she's waiting to see if everyone's following behind her. She's just jumped off the wall.
Yeah. Todd has never really been outside the house very much, at least not recently. So I think that he's just going to follow along eagerly, but maybe like a slow down.
There's like a hard pause where Bunny is all by herself in the house and she's still vacant face, still thumping, thumping, thump, 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 thump. And then she slowly stops thumping, looks around and realizes that she's in the house by herself. So she sprints full speed. She has a 3 on quick, sprints full speed. Face crashes directly into the stone wall, jumps back, goes for it again, crashes into the same damn wall again, and then just is like kind of stunned and just starts thumping her foot again.
I picture Todd flipping backward into the mud as Bunny runs past.
Just getting knocked akimbo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Bunny, do I need to give you an Adderall? Calm down.
The ears never turn in the same direction. She shakes her face and before she makes the leap, she looks down at Toad to make sure Toad can clear that distance.
I don't worry about me. I can jump, I think. Looking at my sheets.
I think.
I can make this leap.
You are a toad.
Without a roll. No, I'm just kidding.
I think for everybody to get over this wall, I think it's fierce, unless you want to pitch something else. Because this idea of the drag and the push makes me feel like strength related to make this bound.
Yeah. Fierce is my 0 stat. So
what's your high one?
Sly is 2.
Okay.
I was going to ask since Todd, sorry, that's going to mess me up the whole game. Since Todd is pretty small relative to the other animals, is it possible that there's a gap in the wall, like a missing stone at the bottom, something like that? He could wiggle through?
Yeah. Why don't you give me a clever to try to see if you can find a spot where you can shimmy through.
Okay.
And the difficulty for this is going to be not high. It's a 6.
Okay. I rolled 8 + 1. So
well done.
Yeah. So you are able to find a gap in one of the stones and kind of squish your way through.
Very good. I'm going to try to pretend I jumped over the wall if they didn't see me do that. Yeah.
And I got a 7 + 1, so an 8. Just leap up, knock over some flowers that were just sitting on top, and then jump down.
Yeah, they shatter next to Todd.
Ooh, of course. Todd's gonna fashion a little flower crown out of that.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
Todd
I
the
feel like
Avenger.
now I need one for the stream.
Is this turning into Midsummer?
Yeah, it always does. That's where we always go now.
Yeah, it's all Midsummer all the time now.
It's the only movie I've seen in the last 5 years.
Could Bunny argue not a quick, yes, a quick for the climb, just to
To
scale the wall.
get back and sprint and make
then
a
sprint and make the
yeah.
probably fall into the pot that Precious just knocked over.
Yeah, this will be a 6 again, just like everybody else.
All right. So, oh Jesus, I actually hit that. I hit a 6 on the nose.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bunny almost ran into that wall a third time.
Yeah, you leap over the wall and like you feel your back feet kind of drag over it and it sends you sprawling. But you are now successfully outside of this wall that keeps all of the visitors away from your dear witch. What does this, the trip to I've already lost the name Scambleshanks is uneventful. What does this travel montage look like?
Precious is walking by herself, as cats do, and completely ignoring the others. I don't know them. Who? What? No. No. I've never seen these animals before in my life. No. Looking around, occasionally stopping to bat at a butterfly, chase a squirrel.
Todd, having been cooped up, is doing the opposite, kind of frolicking and almost like trying to hop around Precious and Bunny as they're moving, and just doing his best to keep up as they're much faster, but also looking for every possible muddy puddle that he can find along the way to splash through. And trying to keep a mental note of where that gap was in the wall in case I don't roll that well later.
Fair.
Bunny is 30 feet ahead of you all. Wait, nope. Bunny's 30 feet behind you all. Nope, wait. She's 30 feet to the west. Nope. She's 30 feet to the east. Nope, wait. That's the experience. So, like, as Precious is like, I don't know them, it totally makes sense because Bunny's like, vroom, cutting back over Todd, going underneath him mid-hop.
I imagine that, like, as we kind of pan out from the side and we see all of you traveling along, that there is a bit of that montage where Todd and Bunny are playing leapfrog and Precious is in the line but not joining in the jump, that she just falls to the back and then you all have to run around and jump over her again.
Yes. That's
100%.
exactly what this looks like.
So after about 5 hours, it's not super far, but you are small. You're small. You're quick, but you're small. It's a long distance, and you do make it to Scambleshanks.
I heard the witch call it Shanktown once.
That's for a
what is this,
completely
Jersey?
different reason. Yeah,
Jersey.
And there's an old sign hanging off of like rusted hinges. And there's only maybe 24 buildings here. They're very run down. The streets are not well lit. You can hear the sound of fishermen and sailors kind of yelling in the fog. It's a very, very dark and gloomy town. And there are a couple people walking around, some people peddling some wares. And there's this one main entrance that goes into the town proper. It's got a wall made of wood all the way around it, except for this big main gate. And then that wall ends at the water, where, like if you were to sneak all the way around there, you could find the water and the docks and things like that. So how do you want to go into town? Right now, the front gate is open. There's a guard there, but they're not really paying much attention, and there's carts coming and going.
I'm gonna go up to the guard and like just kind of rub up against his legs.
Oh, hello there. How are you? He reaches down and like doesn't pet you, but holds his hand flat for you to brush against it if you want.
Oh,
I sniff his hand and then do the kind of side head cat nuzzle.
Hey, you better get on in there. There's lots of fish heads to be about soon.
And nuzzle his hand and then trot in.
Okay.
While that was happening, Todd, I don't know if toads can roll their eyes, but certainly Todd was rolling his eyes as he just hopped in while the guard was distracted.
Yeah,
Hopped straight through.
You know that GIF with like the running chipmunk or something? It's like, that's Bunny.
Just straight by.
Yeah, just quickly as she can, just running straight in.
Yeah,
and She's in a town. She's never seen this many people before. There's stuff here.
The guard's just like, And he goes back to his job. So you have gotten inside of the town, into Shanktown. And it's not very, like I said, it's only maybe 20, 24 buildings, and it's not overly deep either before you get to the water. But there's really no sense of, where this person could have gone, who this person was. How do you want to try to figure out who's responsible? They came in this direction, but how do you want to try to find him?
Precious, can you smell the murderer by any chance?
My senses are very keen. Thank you for noticing, Todd.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this is also going to be a clever.
Okay.
Because you went up to the witch and you sniffed around and bat at her. So I think the smell of her blood is in your nostrils still. So this is going to be a little more difficult. This is going to be a 7, we'll say.
Well, I don't have any points in clever, so which is odd for a cat. But it's a 9, so I think we're
excellent.
Oh, nice.
So
See,
you
cats
are
good at all these stats. That's the problem.
So you are able to get a smell of that copper smell of the witch's blood. It's like a copper smell, but it's got this weird like mushroom undernote to it. And you are able to follow it, and you track it to a bar that's in the middle of town. And there is a large swinging door at this bar, and you can hear kind of rowdy sounds coming from inside.
I think he's in there. Drinking before 5 p.m. Very uncivilized.
How sure are you? It sounds dangerous in there.
Everything is dangerous when you are you, Todd.
Well, I never.
You're
I miss
British
the
now.
cottage.
Todd the Toad is like, polylingual. It's amazing. It's amazing.
You're a hobbit. You're a hobbit now. Todd Baggins.
Yes. I think Todd is also at the same time also being afraid of the bar a little bit, but also just looking around to see if there are any insects crawling around the streets. It's been a long journey.
Absolutely. There's enough here for a snack.
Okay.
Nice.
Good. So he's going to fill up, maybe build a little courage that way.
Are there windows at the bar?
There are.
So it's going to be the trampoline, jump up, look around, down, jump up, look around, down.
Boing, boing,
Boing.
boing.
Todd's
Boing.
doing that alongside you, not getting anywhere near the window.
Scale is so
Yes.
different.
And as you leap up, what are you trying to see?
So this is coming from Not Clever Bunny. So
Yeah.
how many peoples these things are inside? And is it a big space? Is it a small space? Is it single story like Mom's house? Is it multi-layer? Just kind of getting a lay and what the human Z's are doing.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's a rule for this. I think that you're able to jump up and peek inside, and you see a dozen people inside. One of them is behind this large wooden plank, and they are handing out these cups with liquid in them. And you can see that there are a set of stairs that go up and around, but then there's also another door that has a curtain over it that you can see that someone goes through every now and then. That's behind this big wooden bar.
All right. So once she has that taken in, she will go back to Precious and tap that out with her foot. So like human Z, and then she can't actually count. So just tapping to approximately 12.
Well, we can just go and do the normal thing of being adorable. And then we kill him.
Were you including me in that? Adorable.
Well, I mean, you have the big eye thing going for you, Todd. So, I mean, who knows? Mom found you adorable. Maybe somebody else will.
Well,
You never know.
the last time I interacted with a human that wasn't Mom, he tried to lick me. It was very unpleasant.
Well, I bet it was more unpleasant for him than for you.
Shade.
Why don't you go scout, Precious?
And I'm is there like outside some like old medieval ye old pub kind of things, there's like flower boxes and stuff outside what should be a window. I'm gonna see if I can jump up to something like that, and sit on the windowsill just looking like a cat, twitching my tail, sitting, basking in the sun, observing.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to jump up and look around. No one inside really takes any notice of you. They seem very interested in the things that they're drinking.
No milk, though. All boring things. Like beer.
Like beer.
What's beer?
You're too young.
Bunny is gonna place herself like, I don't know, 10, 15 feet outside of the door and more or less doing the super high energy readied action. If that door opens, somebody comes in or out, she's going full sprint.
Okay.
She has no idea what she's going to do when she gets in there, but that's the plan she came up with.
All right. What about Todd?
I think Todd's on board with that idea, thinking that once he gets inside, he can kind of just stick to the outer walls of the bar and just he doesn't even know what he's looking for, but anyone who seems like a dirty killer.
And is your attempt going to be the same, just going as fast as you can, or are you trying a different tact to get in?
Yes. Well, I do have a quick point, so I think I will try to kind of piggyback here. Not literally, but on the idea.
All right.
I was going to say, would you like to piggyback?
I don't want to slow you down.
So Bunny and Todd, why don't you give me a quick roll? It's gonna be basic. This is gonna be a 7. But someone does kick the door open and start to walk out, so you see your opportunity.
Good.
Bunny hit a 9 total.
Okay.
I hit a 4. I think what happened is the door kicked open and I saw Bunny run, but it caught me off guard. Like I wasn't ready. And then a fly just kind of came into my vision on the right side, and I couldn't resist.
So Bunny does make it inside. You sprint into this bar, and there's 11 people in here now, as well as a bartender. And I think the first thing that you notice, before you were kind of getting quick glances, but you do notice that everyone here that's drinking, they're all wearing the same color. Like their clothes are all different, but they're all in this really like deep crimson with these white patches, and the patches are the same no matter what the clothing is. And I think that one of them like turns and looks down at you and is like, "Oh, hello. Well, what are you doing here? Are you lost?"
Oh, Bunny panics. I don't speak human. Bunny panics and it's like run underneath the closest table, and if someone kicks her, run. I mean, Bunny is a pinball machine of panic. Bunny needs an adult. Where's Precious?
Yeah, that's fair. So I think this is going to be, do you want to try and is this more of a sneak? Like you're trying to not necessarily sneak in the sense of slow, but to hide under these places? Or is this like an outrun?
The intelligent thing to do would be to do sly. But what Bunny is going to do is act like a chinchilla and just like, no one can catch me. So I'll just keep bouncing around frantically until an adult arrives.
So I think give me a quick roll. This is going to be challenging. This is going to be an 8, and there is danger with this. These humans seem very interested in you, and they're going to try to catch you.
I hit a 5.
Okay, so mark a point of current danger. So you're at 1 now, and as you are kind of pinballing around, one of the bartender comes out and puts down a rag that he was wiping the bar off with, and kind of scoops you up in it, and like you're instantly swaddled.
She's screaming for Precious and Todd.
Yeah.
Precious,
yeah. So you both hear this coming from inside the bar. You just hear Bunny shrieking. And you notice that the rabbit's scream is actually drawing the attention of some other people out on the street. Like they're all kind of, what was that?
Do rabbits scream just out of character? We never were allowed to have rabbits when I was a kid. So okay.
Yeah, they do. Okay. It's kind of terrifying.
Okay. So we have Bunnicula screaming in there.
Yeah.
All right. Is the window open where I'm sitting?
It's not.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to peek in and see what's happening with Bunny.
Yeah, right now she's being walked away. They've got her swaddled in a cloth, and they're walking away from the window with her.
I don't want to go in the pot.
Todd's first thought when he hears the screaming is that he's so glad he didn't make it inside. But that he's going to feel responsibility.
Is the door still open or has it closed?
It's closed. It's a swinging door.
Okay. So I'm going to do that thing cats do when they're hunting, like kind of crouch, and the tail starts twitching as I'm watching the door. And then when it opens, I'm going to jump in.
Okay. So I think that the door opening again is actually because someone from outside has been attracted by the sound. So they start moving towards the door. So if you both want to try and get in with this person, is this a sneak in? Is this a fast dart in? Is this a timing thing or a speed thing?
I think this is a sneak thing because cats aren't obvious when they go into rooms. They're just like, no, you didn't see me. I'm not here. No.
Todd's going to try to grab onto the ankle of the person entering.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they're wearing long pants because otherwise it's going to be very noticeable. So I just want to try to grab on and hold until we get inside.
It's like tree frogging it. Late.
Yeah. So Precious, give me a sly. This is gonna be 7. This is gonna be basic.
Okay. Well, I have +3, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So 4 + 3 is 7 on the nose.
Excellent.
And
Todd, I think to glom on to the ankle of this person walking inside, I think it's gonna be a fierce. You need some strength to do this.
I figured, yeah.
So this is gonna be a little more difficult. I think this is challenging. So give me this is gonna be an 8.
Okay. I don't have any bonus in this.
Come on, Todd.
You got this.
I rolled a 2.
Okay. So again, you try to jump onto this person's leg as they walk in, and the thing that you don't realize is that they have that high cuffed boot, and you actually go inside the high cuffed boot, and you're just in darkness. Precious, you're able to get inside, and you see that the bartender has got Bunny and has sat down at a table, and all of the people in this bar have now moved, and they're like congregating around her and looking down at her.
But I don't know where Todd is because Todd has disappeared.
Yeah, Todd has disappeared.
It's a magic act.
Yeah.
Okay,
Todd is doing his best Tanuki impression, just hiding in a boot.
So he's Canadian. He's oot in a boot.
Yeah.
He's ooting a boot.
Yeah. So I'm going to just weave my way between human legs, getting towards Bunny. Is she like on the bar top or?
No, the bartender's holding her. So she's at a table. The bartender's sitting down at the table, and all of the patrons have gathered around this table to look down at Bunny.
So I'm going to jump up on the table and then arch my back and hiss with all my at Bunny as if I'm scared of Bunny or something, and start making that big, like making myself look bigger and hissing and.
And what are you hoping to do here with this?
I'm hoping to startle them enough that they drop Bunny and Bunny can get away.
Oh, I see. So I think this is going to be a fierce to try and scare the bartender. This is going to be challenging. This is going to be an 8, and there is danger involved.
Okay. Well, fierce is a 1.
Do not leave your rescues on my shoulders.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get my lucky D10. 10.
Nice.
+1 is 11. I am a very scary cat.
Yeah, fair. So yeah, the bartender, you leap up onto the table, and it almost seems like he's not used to seeing animals. That's why everyone is so like enraptured with this rabbit. It's like they haven't seen an animal in a long time, and he's like, ho, 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 and he falls backwards. And as he does, Bunny goes flying. Bunny, what are you doing as you feel yourself freed from this swaddling?
Listen, one, I'm so glad an adult arrived. God bless Precious. Bunny operating on pure adrenaline and fear is going to be like, fuck this place. And she's going to go from table to table, knocking over everything. If it's on the table, it's going on the ground. So she's pinballing again, just up top now.
And what are you hoping to accomplish with this?
Where's the guy?
Okay, so you're trying to, like, as you pinball around, you're trying to find that blood.
Yep.
Okay. So I think this is going to be, a clever, I think. Because you've got to either spot the blood or smell the blood. And they're all in a big group, so that makes it better for you. But they have just released you, and they're interested in you for some reason. So there is going to be danger here. But we're going to say this is a 7. This is basic, just to spot the blood on them.
All right, guys. She's working with a 0 clever, and she rolled a 6.
So add another point of current danger.
Oh my gosh.
And as you sprint around again, you leap up onto the table and you slip in some of this spilled beer, and you fly right into the arms of someone else. And they're like, "Oh, you're all right. Now calm down. And she looks up to the others, like it's almost like she can sense what's going to happen to her, and they all chuckle.
It's not funny. I don't want to go in the pot.
Oh, stupid rabbit.
For sure.
Todd, inside the boot. You what's up, man? How's it going inside the boot?
Well, toads don't have teeth, so I can't bite the leg or anything. But I'm in total darkness, right? I just jumped, and then now it's dark. But I assume I feel the motion of this person walking.
Yeah, you feel like that.
God.
And and am I hearing all the commotion?
Yes. Yeah.
So, Rev, I don't know how familiar you are with how dumb I am as a player, but the thought that I'm having is that I'm here in darkness.
Yeah.
And I'd really like to see where I am.
Oh, God.
So I'd love to make flame inside the booth.
Yes.
This is simple. It is the thing that you can do, and you're just trying to do it in a right where you are. But there is danger because it's magic, so there's danger at stake here. It's just magic is just your straight D10, no modifier.
Okay. And what do I need for this?
A 6.
A 6. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a 7. I thought it was a 1.
Oh.
So, yes, you do not get that point of danger, but you light something in front of you on fire, and smoke starts to rise up around you, and it's like, oh yeah, it's bright, but it's very crowded, and the smoke is very dense, and you see this like kind of crosshatch pattern in front of you start to like sizzle and burn away. And then there's all these little coarse hairs. And very quickly, as you are kind of sitting in the light and getting your environment, you feel the air underneath you as whatever it is that you're in just goes sailing across the room, hits the wall, falls to the ground. You are okay, and you can see that the man whose boot you fell into he's like hopping on one leg and smacking at his sock to put it out.
Okay. Yeah, I think when Todd gets to make flame, he just gets a little bit crazed. So he's kind of now against the wall, just like, yes, more of that. Yes, that was wonderful. Yes. And but yeah, he's gonna try to get a safe position, not inside the boot, because that guy might come get it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just kind of keeping a view of whatever the hell Bunny is doing and Precious on the bar.
So why don't you give me a hide to get out of this boot and get someplace safe? Everyone is very distracted, so this is going to be simple, but there is danger here. You've seen that they're very interested in animals for some reason.
Okay. A 7 again.
Okay. Yeah, so you were able to... where do you want to go?
I would like to go into...
his other boot.
I think if there's like a coat rack or a hat rack, I just want to kind of hide in the corner of the bar if I can, behind something like that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, no problem. You're able to find a coat rack and get underneath the legs, and there's a long, like kind of trench coat-esque thing, wrong period, but same look, hanging on this rack.
In the back of his mind, that looks flammable.
Yeah, fair. Precious,
Mhm.
you are on the table. You have seen this man kick his boot off with a flame inside of it. I think that you have even seen Todd dart out and find his hiding place. But Bunny is being held by this older woman, and everyone around is kind of giggling, like, oh, yes, it's like she's aware of what we're going to do to her.
God damn it, Bunny. Doing my best over here. Why do I have to do everything myself? So I'm going to do that stretch that cats do where they go really low in the front and the tail goes really up, like long stretch on the table. And while I'm doing that, it's because I'm sniffing around for the scent that I was tracking earlier.
Okay, so I think that, boy, I keep kind of reverting to clever with this, trying to track this thing, and I think that still holds. But everyone is focused elsewhere. So this is going to be basic. Actually, it's going to be simple. This is going to be a 6.
Okay. That's
come
good
on, Precious.
because I don't have I have a +0 to that stat, and I get the 6.
Okay. So you
Really
are
glad it's not a 7.
Yeah. So you are able to sniff around, and you do notice that smell of blood is coming from the little old woman who is
The one
currently
that's
holding Bunny.
The one that's holding Bunny.
Yeah.
So I do my long stretch, and then if no one's going to, give me scritches, then I'm just do that thing. Cats are like, well, I didn't want them anyway, and roll off the table, and I'm going to go weaving away towards the little old lady who has Bunny.
Okay. So Bunny, what are you
understand
doing?
cats so much better than I understand toads.
I have a cat.
Bunny is screaming frantically at the top of her lungs. She's thrashing around, and I think her primary objective right now is to get out of this woman's arms.
Okay.
She doesn't understand what the humans are saying, but she knows that rabbits sometimes go in pots, and she doesn't want to go into the pot.
Yeah, that's fair.
You have teeth, Bunny. Use them.
The ears start turning. Like, I do have teeth. This is why Bunny needs an adult. Now, with an actual guided course of action, I'm going to try to bite the old lady.
Okay. So this is going to be fierce. And there is danger here, of course. And, you've been running around a lot. They know what you are, where you are. So I think this is going to be challenging. This is going to be an 8.
So I just want you guys
they're
to know.
on to you.
I have 2 danger currently.
Don't roll a 1.
And I don't have any fierce whatsoever.
No.
This might be Bunny in the pot. Bunny hit a 10.
Nice. All right.
Woo!
So yes, you are able to bite onto this woman's hand. And I think the thing that you kind of note from this is that the blood that comes out of her tastes wrong. And it's not the right color. You've just seen blood recently. It's not the right color. And with a 10, where do you want to get to? Where would you like to go? I'm going to say that kind of gets you a free hide as well.
Let's go behind the bar.
Okay.
Behind the bar out of view.
Yeah.
Just a quick scamper. Slide into a bottle, fall behind the bar.
Yeah. So we've got Bunny behind the bar. We've got Todd behind the coat rack. Precious is currently weaving her way towards the old woman, but you notice that Bunny has escaped. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm if I think that she's the one who killed our witch, even if I see Bunny's escaped, I'm just going to go up and do that, weaving between her legs and nuzzling and like I'm looking for fish or a snack or something.
Yeah. And she looks down at you and she sniffs. And when she does, her nostrils get way too large. Like they flare.
Oh no.
And then that's gone. Like they're normal sized again. And she reaches down to pet you.
Does Precious see the blood from the wound?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I see it's a weird color.
It is. Yeah, it's this weird gray, and it's got these kind of streaks of green in it.
Zombie.
Toad people.
Hmm. All right. So I'm gonna let her do that. Keep nuzzling while my brain is racing, trying to think if I've seen anything like this before.
Yeah.
In Mom's Magic or the people she hung out with.
Yeah. I don't think you've seen anything like this before.
Okay.
You have seen all these people in these matching clothes. And then there's this old lady that there's just something off about. It seems like there's something unique going on in this town.
Cult.
And Todd will try to hop behind table legs to get closer to Precious
Uh-huh.
after saying all that happened with Bunny. And
Yeah.
now that Precious is over there.
Okay. I don't think, is there anything that you want to do once you get closer to Precious?
Not yet. I just want to avoid boots if possible.
Yeah. I think that, everyone is still kind of looking around for where Bunny went. They don't really have any clue. There was a lot of good ricocheting momentum that set things being knocked into different places. So they are very unclear as to where she went. So this is going to be a simple to make your way across the bar and get really close. But there is going to be a danger here if you are seen. So it's just a 6.
Okay.
And I'll be with Sly.
Sly. Oh, I have 2 Sly. That's good.
Nice.
5 with the 2. Yeah. 5 total.
Oh, with the
Uh-huh.
oh my God, Cuppy.
So as you hop over, you kind of start sneaking away and you get down and you hop some more. And then you start to climb up a chair leg to get that last jump. And as you make that last leap, this hand with this weird gray and green blood coming out of it just snatches you out of the air. And you're very close to this woman's face and she's just looking at you. This will do. The rabbit would be nice. The cat won't work. That was last time, but you would do as well.
No.
It's a cult.
No.
Todd has no idea what she's saying, but obviously doesn't like the situation.
I think they're going to eat you or something. Because I can
Why?
understand human.
Yeah.
I'm disgusting.
Yeah, and I think that you can all understand humans, but I think only Precious can speak to human.
Okay.
With her magic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay.
So I understand the intent pretty well then.
Yeah.
I think, and she has a pretty firm grip on me right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So do mark 1 point of current danger as well.
Thank you.
Too bad you're not one of those poison toads.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to burn her yet,
Okay.
but I'm going to kind of wait a minute, a few seconds, whatever, just to see what her true intention is. If it looks like she's going to eat me raw, then we're going to have something else to say.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Help
if
me,
you're-
Precious.
Where's Bunny?
Yeah. So, Rev, just to clarify, so we
Yeah.
do understand humans. We just can't
Yeah.
articulate words back to them. So I understood.
Correct,
I
except
took the
Precious.
toes, but we can't find the bunny.
Yeah. And specifically that, the toad will do. The bunny would be nice, but we can't do the cat because that's what we used last time.
week. Yeah, gross. So Bunny is going to quickly run out from behind the bar where she has line of sight on this woman, kind of skid to the stop where the back feet slide. And then she's going to quickly drop, distract, and confuse.
Oh, okay.
The intent of maybe if I walk away, she will follow me and maybe we can get her outside.
Okay. And so distract, confuse, you want to hit this old woman with it and you want her to walk outside, to not know where she is, to follow you.
So basically to put her mind back on, nope, no more toad stew. We're going to do rabbit stew again. And here's the rabbit. It's moving a lot slower.
Oh, I see.
Let me go catch the bunny.
Okay. All right. So this is going to be magic, obviously. So there is no stat added to this, but there will be danger at risk. I think this is going to be, this is going to be simple. This is going to be a 6. They already wanted to use you, and you're just trying to put that focus back on yourself.
Yeah. Drop the frog. Come get some rabbit.
Yeah.
Don't roll a 1.
So it's not underneath my danger, but I rolled a 4, so I didn't make it.
Okay. So do add a point to your danger. What is your current danger now?
It's a 3.
Okay.
Oh my god, guys.
It's
love
amazing
it.
this bunny made it this long.
So you step out, and I think the fail on this is you step out and you go to use this confusion, and you see Todd's eyes just go. It seems like this spell might have hit Todd. Todd seems a little, seems a little out of it for the moment. Precious. So you see, Bunny comes out. What is Bunny when you use the confusion spell? What does it look like?
Oh, yeah. So once Bunny slid to the side, it's this weird motion where the ears go in different things, and just the tail, or not the tail, the foot is going through almost like a spell casting thump, 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 with the ears going. And eventually the person's eyes should be going with the ears, but apparently hers aren't.
Yeah. And so you see Todd's eyes doing that, but like full rotation since they're Toad's eyes.
Yeah.
Precious, you have seen this spell hit an unintended target.
Sorry, Precious.
What are you guys going to do when I start failing my rolls? This is not going to go very well.
Sorry, Precious.
I'm going to. How many people are in here? It's 12, right? 12 total.
Yeah.
Are they all close, or is it more spread out while they're looking for Bunny?
So I think that with the old woman saying that the Toad would do, they have started to congregate towards that back door with a curtain. In fact, like 2 of them are getting ready to go down there, and you get the sense that they're all going to start migrating that way.
Is she ahead of them, the lady who's carrying Todd, or is everyone else going ahead of her?
She would probably be kind of in the middle. I'm thinking of how the scene kind of played out.
Yeah.
And it seems like she would be kind of in the middle of the room.
Okay. I'm going to bite her ankle.
Oh, okay. So this is going to be fierce, of course.
Okay, good. I have points in that.
And I think there's obviously going to be danger associated with this. She is aware of you. This is going to be challenging. This is going to be an 8.
Oh, come on,
because I assume you want to bite her so that she'll drop Todd.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Because when my cat bites me, I drop everything.
Yes.
It's not pleasant. It's a 9.
Oh, nice.
Plus, what's my fierce? 1 plus 1, so that's 10.
Yes. So you lay your claws into her ankle, and she lets out a very odd sound. It's not a scream. It's kind of this, and that more of that green and black blood comes trickling down the ankle. But Todd is thrown into the air. Bunny, what are you doing when you see this happen?
Is Todd still under the effect of my spell?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's lead Todd away from this situation.
Okay. I think that you can run over and just give me a simple 6, a sly to get over there and get him and get away unseen.
I get so stressed out every time you ask me to roll something with this danger. That's an 8 total.
Okay. So yeah, you are able to go over and start twitching your ears at Todd. And you lead him over underneath a booth, and then you're able to move your ears again, and Todd's eyes stop orbing and rotating and clear up.
I did it. I freed myself. I knew I had it in me.
Confused ears that are not going to argue that one. That lady tastes weird, and she sounds weird.
Yes,
and I think that Precious is under this as well. Like that you can get away in this moment.
Okay.
And no one knows where you're all at, but you're all kind of underneath the back corner booth right now.
Yeah, I don't like the way she tastes. It's very strange.
You've both tasted the people.
Yeah, saving your slimy ass.
Oh, well, we all have our own perspective, I suppose. They're not like Mom. That's for certain.
No.
How do we get the eyes? And why are they all dressed the same?
The
It's
eyes.
probably a cult.
Does anyone know what we're to do with the eyes?
We take them back to Mom.
Okay. And
I
you
don't
do the
know
rest,
why.
Precious? Well, I'll be in my ashtray during that. Yes. So how should we battle the people? Precious, you'll take that on? I will survey the bar, make sure no one else comes
You're
through.
the one who has the fire magic, Todd. You can
yes.
actually do things, you know.
It's true. That's what Mom used to say. I appreciate that. Precious.
Aw.
Thank you.
Precious is doing the Scar Lion King. I am surrounded by idiots.
That is accurate.
Todd interprets that as sincerity.
Like, you can set some things on fire, cause a distraction. Or, I don't know, maybe you can set her on fire.
Is she the killer? Could you smell it?
She
On
had the
her.
blood,
Okay.
and it wasn't hers. It was Mom's.
If there's a way to cover her clothing in alcohol. Remember what I did at Mom's house that one time with the fire?
Yeah, when you ruined her birthday party, I remember. We all remember, Todd.
Yes, it's why one half of the den is just charred black. It was beautiful. But remember the drinks, just like the ones they have here, I think.
All right, so Bunny, can you knock over some drinks? And then Todd can set the thing on fire, and we cause confusion and
Bunny takes off.
discord and
Like-
chaos.
Bunny's probably
Before
already
she even
knocked
hears
over
the rest of the
10
plan,
drinks.
she's like, "Yep, that sounds good." She's off. And it's just like
Hey,
jumping on
Todd,
tables, kicking a bottle towards her, jumping on another table, kicking a bottle towards her, kicking bottles on the ground towards her.
All right. So I think first, I hate to do this. I'm going to ask you
Oh,
for
no.
2 rolls, and I don't
Oh,
want to,
God.
but I'm gonna.
It's okay.
I wish I had any control over this situation,
No,
but
you don't. No, you don't.
I don't
Um,
believe you, Ref.
So first, just give me a clever. And this is going to be simple, just a 6, because I want you to try and figure out where she is.
No, we lost her. Okay. That was really close. I missed it, but I am over my danger. I rolled a 4.
Okay. So you notice that as you get out, that you don't see her anywhere. And there are maybe 3 or 4 people less in here than when you were kind of all ducked underneath and started having your chat. And so I think that in that realization of her being missed, if you want to still start knocking stuff around to set up this this fire base for Todd, you absolutely can. Or if you want to abort and return back to the group, I'll give you that option.
We keep knocking over bottles.
All right. So then in that case, I think give me I think this is going to be a quick. You're going to ricochet around the tables and knock stuff over. They are on the lookout for Bunny. There is danger here. And so I think this is going to be challenging because you've already knocked over a lot of stuff, but you're trying to knock it over in a very specific way. So there is danger here. It's going to be an 8, but it is with quick.
Small victory. She hit a 13 on that one.
Wow.
Nice. All right.
She's doing it to impress Precious. Like as
Yes.
she's soaring through the air, she's like, "Watch me hit this bottle of rum." Boom.
And it is. It's a lot of like your Assassin's Creed wall running, knocking over bottles as you go from behind the bar.
Hardcore
And this
Bunny.
this whole place is just doused. Everyone's like freaking out. They don't even see you. You're able to do a full lap of the room and get back underneath the booth with the other 2.
Todd, set the place ablaze.
You're sure? Todd got in a lot of trouble last time he did this. Just wants
I
reassurance.
told you it was an option last time. I didn't tell you you had to last time, so that was your fault. But this one, I'm telling you to do it.
Okay. And Todd is going to
Oh, God.
hop over with not even a sense of urgency, but just looking for where some of the alcohol's pooled and maybe is connecting to other things that Bunny's spilled. And
Yeah.
he's going to make flame.
Okay, so there is no bonus to this because it's magic. There will be danger. I think this is going to be, I would say trying to set this room on fire would be difficult, but because of Bunny's success, we're going to knock it down.
Okay.
So I think this is going to be a 7. This is going to be basic. You just got to get a nice basic flame.
Okay.
Basic
Oh,
flame.
God.
4.
Oh my God, Todd.
All right, so mark a point of danger.
Yes.
Are you at 2 now? Oh, that's not so bad.
2. Yep.
So you hop out and you try to light this up, but I think you're just so excited. The tiny pyro that rides on Todd's back, you're just so excited about it that nothing happens. Like you're too excited.
Yeah.
and it just you're like, yes, and it just kind of fizzles and sizzles and nothing happens. And
That's
I think
normal for him.
oh no.
Oh,
Listen,
ba-dun-dun.
This
it
is-
happens as we get older.
This is
More
the thing about
frequently.
making fire is that no one ever wants Todd to make fire. So now that people are watching him and encouraging him,
Performance
it's like
anxiety.
stage
Yeah.
fright. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very daunting.
And I think that the danger here from this fail is that you smell something bad coming from that curtained door. Like it smells as something that can be prey. It smells dangerous.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm retreating as far away from the curtain as I can get then.
Yeah.
Todd,
I don't
Last
that's never
time you
happened
managed-
before, Precious.
you managed to set half of the cottage on fire, and now when I need you to do this one little thing,
I know, but it's so much cooler when people don't want you to do it.
okay, would it help if I said, Todd, you asshole, don't ever set anything on fire ever again?
Maybe next time we'll try that. Right now, I just need to get away from that curtain, and you do too. Something back there is going to kill us all.
Okay, so why don't we get out of here
Yes.
and you set fire to the place on our way out, and then we see what comes out. Or rather, you don't set fire to the place on the way out. Don't do that. No, that would be very bad, and I would be very disappointed in you, Todd. You should not do that at all. I read one of Mom's reverse psychology books.
Yes.
Yes.
Mom warned me about people like you or cats like you. I don't. So, Rev, I feel like Todd shouldn't try to start the fire a second time. What's your read on that?
Oh
as a
yeah,
GM?
you absolutely can try again. It's going to be
Oh.
more difficult because
Yes.
you performance anxiety.
And my
so
danger
it-
keeps going up.
Yep. So it's going to have a point of danger. There is no bonus to it, and it's going to be challenging now. It's you're not going to get that
Okay.
added effect from Bunny's success.
So I'm going to try to convince Precious here. Precious, I don't know how much more fire I can make today. I think that we need to make sure that it's going to kill the woman when I do it again.
I need a nap
is the
and a
weirdest
sandwich
pillow
first
talk
before I
suddenly.
can try to make fire again.
And a cigarette. Wait.
Yes. Let
You
me.
got a headache. I know. I've heard
I know.
it.
I just need time to recover. Please.
But Rav, that's a question though.
Yeah.
Is there a fireplace in here?
Inside the barn, no.
Do they have a kitchen?
Not that you see.
Damn it.
Unless it's behind the curtain.
Yeah.
And it's only
Something
drinks
bad
we've seen
like
out
that.
on the tables.
Correct.
Okay. Why don't we leave and try to sneak into, see if there's a cellar, something like Mom's cellar. That was like the coolest place in the house.
But you get to that from the inside.
I don't.
Ooh.
Oh, you want to go in by yourself, tough guy? Okay, let's do it
Well, I
that way
mean, I
then.
might do better without everyone watching me. I'm just,
Aw.
it's up to you. Both of you can decide. I've never been asked to make a decision. This is very odd.
Does the curtain area, like when people go through, obviously they have to move the curtain a bit. Does it look like there's stairs, or are they going straight back?
You haven't seen anyone go down yet.
Okay.
You know, there are a couple people missing from here, so it seems like they went down during your first conversation. But you could try to go over and peek and see, or you could wait until some more people head down. I just answered the question accidentally. Down, you know,
Down.
like
Ish.
down with
Precious
their
just heard
feathers.
footsteps.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't kink shame. It's okay. All right.
Lord.
Todd,
Yes.
I don't know if there's a cellar or anything, but do you think you could find out and get in?
From the inside or the outside? You don't
The
care.
outside.
Okay.
That was what you said. That's what you said to begin with. Gosh,
Oh, you liked my idea this time.
I didn't say I liked it. Just saying we're kind of low on ideas, and my brain's getting tired from being the only one thinking around here.
From being the only adult.
I think Todd is like just looking to exit this embarrassment as quickly as possible. So if anybody opens that outer door, or if he can find a way out, a missing stone, something like that, then he'll take it.
So right now, it doesn't seem like anyone is like coming or going. There is an upstairs still. You did see stairs, that go around to rooms. But you could try to go over and force the door yourself. It is just a swinging door. There doesn't seem to be any traffic at the moment.
That's not a Todd thing. Do you two think you can move the door for me?
So during this entire conversation, Bunny is like hyper focused on that curtain, and that foot is like tap, 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 tap. Like she's getting ready to make a really stupid decision. So she didn't hear that at all.
Okay.
Bunny, you've distracted yourself.
Didn't even need to use magic. All right, I will try and open the door for you.
Okay. So yeah, this is gonna be a fierce. This is gonna be a push to push this door open. It's not bad. It'll be a basic. It'll be a 7, but there will be a point of danger associated with this because people are aware that there are animals here.
My fierce is only a +1, so lucky dice 6 + 1 7.
There you go. So you were able to push the door open, and Todd gets out. What is Bunny doing?
I don't know what y'all are gonna do when Precious fails a roll.
We're gonna die.
We're just all gonna die. We're just all gonna die.
I don't think you've rolled under a 6 yet, have you?
I did roll I think a 4, but I had a +3.
Oh yeah.
Todd's happy with the boot situation, so even if he dies.
The boot situation was actually really cool.
Funny.
Door swinging open. Todd the Toad is able to get out. Bunny is on her own little planet, still like, I'm going down there. I can go down there. I can get down there real fast and get back. I can go. I can do reconnaissance. So she's just paralyzed in lack of decision making right now.
Okay. So are you going down, or are you staying under the table still?
So out of game, she really wants to run down, but they have this real cool plan going that Bridgett doesn't want to interrupt because she wants to see exactly how much trouble Todd can get into. So for right now, let's say she's paralyzed with, I can do it. I can do it.
Okay. So outside, Precious, are you following Todd outside, or are you staying inside?
Oh, no, I'm staying inside.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see if I can see anything past the curtain if someone goes through.
Okay.
But I'm not going to be able to get in the way Todd is, and if I'm back there, I can't get in. Whereas here, I can get down to him if I need to. So
I think outside with Todd, what are you doing outside, Todd?
Well, I think as the door closes, Todd's gonna make eye contact with Precious and say, "If I don't see you again, please get the eyes. Do it for Mom."
I mean, that was kind of the plan anyway.
I know, but I was thinking that
don't
maybe
know
you
why
would feel
you're-
sadness about my potential
I
death.
don't know why you're asking me to do the thing I was going to do anyway, whether you live or die, but okay.
I thought we could have a poignant moment, this one last connection.
Precious just kind of does that cat stare.
And the door shuts.
And then right when it shuts, I think Todd takes a moment, and then it's like, what the fuck was I gonna do out here?
Is that Todd or Cup?
It's both.
He just starts hopping home.
Yeah. So I think that, hopefully there's some water gathering, so at least I can splash through some puddles. But
Yeah.
Todd is going to hop his way toward the side of the building where the curtain area should be, or whatever's behind the curtain. And I'm looking for cellar windows, kind of like graded entrances to the underneath the bar, any open windows back there, anything like that.
There is a cellar door, and I think it's pretty old. So you could give me a sly to kind of squeeze through it. There's kind of a gap in it because it's old warped wood. So this will be a 7. This will be basic, but there's no danger here. No one really is aware of your presence.
And I can't roll under my danger because I have 2 sly. I like this roll.
Nice.
I rolled a 10.
Excellent.
You finally passed something.
I passed many inconsequential rolls.
Yeah. So you are able to squeeze your way in between these 2 cellar doors, and you fall through and plop down onto a set of stairs.
Okay.
And down here, it is all dirt and mud. And you can see that there are 4 people chained to walls. And you see the old lady, and she is walking around. And one of the people on the walls is the old lady.
Ooh.
And she looks at one of the other people, and she looks at the damage that she has. And she goes over to this very burly man. He's got this long brown and black beard, and she puts her hand on his chest, and you see that like she starts to shimmer, and then you hear like the sounds of bones moving, and she just contorts and then looks like him. And as she changes into this guy, the woman on the wall, you see these wounds appear on her.
Ooh.
And she kind of startles out of her her unconscious state and screams, and then kind of refaints.
Wow.
And the old woman, now this burly man, is like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to find some fuel for this spell soon. That
Todd
witch hunter is very skillful, but not very powerful."
Wow. Todd thought that his mom was the most powerful human in the world, so this is crazy for him to be seeing this. So I think after being stunned for a moment, he's going to try to cover his body in mud, because you said it's mostly dirt and mud down here.
Yeah.
As kind of a form of camouflage. And that way maybe he can get more into the mix of what the humans are doing.
Okay. Yeah, so give me I think this is going to be a sly. Give me a sly. They're not aware of you. It's very muddy down here. This is going to be simple. It's going to be a 6, but I think there is danger if you're spotted.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's fair. Okay, 3 and I got 5. Yeah.
Okay. So you do not, things don't go horribly wrong because you didn't roll under your danger.
Right.
But you notice that this big burly man, his nostrils flare far too large, and it seems like he's sniffing in your direction. Now, I think I smell something down here that could be useful. Start scouring. And 2 of the people dressed in these similar colored clothing start like looking around in the basement. Back upstairs with Bunny and Precious. What's up?
Do I add danger for that since I failed that roll?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Precious is gonna go nudge Bunny out of her indecision.
Bunny.
Oh, boom, and Bunny takes off running.
All right,
I
so
knew that would happen.
Right.
and the intent is to get in, see something, and get back out.
That is exactly the intent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be. We'll make it quick.
Thank God.
And it's gonna be difficult, and there is danger. So that's gonna be a 9.
All right, guys.
Oh God.
She's got a 3 quick. Oh, she hit a 7. 10 total.
Nice. So yes, you are able to go in, and the thing that like part of what made this so dangerous was that as you bust through, you fall a little bit.
Oh,
Because
God.
there's stairs that you didn't see, but you're able to correct. And I think you see this. The thing that Todd just saw, you see the old witch hunter. She touches this burly man and the bones crack and the skin shifts, and then she looks like him. And then the woman on the wall wakes up and like screams as these cuts that you have all given her appear on the person on the wall. And then you see Todd like trying to get in the mud, and then you're able to get back out to Precious.
Okay.
Important question.
Yeah.
When Bunny and Todd see the witch hunter change,
Mhm.
do the eyes change?
The
Ooh.
eyes. Oh, I see.
Mhm.
They do not. You know that the person who has just shapeshifted is the person who killed your witch, and you know that is a witch hunter on the wall, because this whatever this thing is referred to. Oh, the witch hunter had skills, but it's a very delicate body. So you know that this thing changing does have the eyes you need.
Okay, so this is the one. All right.
Yeah. And
Okay.
so it doesn't seem like it is technically the witch hunter, but it is the thing that committed the murder.
Bunny, what did your rabbit eyes see?
So, like, runs back up the steps, hits a wall, looks you dead in the face, screams out something about Todd, hits another wall, is going back down, and is going, chameleon, chameleon, chameleon. And then goes back down.
Like a lizard?
No, it changes skin.
Where is Bunny now?
Yeah, where are you now? You going back downstairs?
Because Todd's down there, right?
Yeah.
Oh my-
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go down after Bunny, just
Okay.
shaking my head.
Well, this is going well.
So as Bunny heads back downstairs, you see these 3 people looking around for Todd. It's dark down here. It's damp. They're like striking matches and getting candles out to try and figure out. So what are you doing?
Todd's like Eminem in 8 Mile, like pep talk. Like you have one fire that you're going to need to make, and you can do this. Just one fire, one opportunity.
This is your moment, the magic, the music.
Yes. Todd is just trying to like get a good vibe going. Self-coaching.
Yeah.
Self-coaching.
What about Bunny? What's Bunny up to?
Listen, if Bunny can do a flyby, grab and go, that's what Bunny is aiming for right now.
Oh, you're
Grab,
gonna try to
Todd,
like
and run
and run like back out.
back out. Yep.
Okay. So there's gonna be danger here. I think this is gonna be whoo boy.
Oh God.
What is this gonna be?
Death.
The end of Bunny. That's what it's gonna be.
Boy, it almost seems like a fierce because it is carry, but it's also trying to be quick. You wanna make a pitch to me on which one it should
absolutely.
be? Yeah.
I'm gonna do a pitch and a beg for quick because this is a drive-by attack. You know, this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like this is all about speed. You don't
Okay.
really need strength if you're super fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
how that works.
You
That's how
had
it
me
works.
until
Sonic
you
speed.
didn't believe you.
I don't know if this is how it works, Rev, but what if Bunny uses quick and then Todd does the carry work by jumping on when she runs by.
All right. So yeah, danger for both of you. Quickness for Bunny. This is gonna be challenging. It's gonna be an 8. And for Todd, this will be fierce to jump on and grab a hold. Unless you'd like it to be clever, because it could be a timing thing.
Yeah, let's do that. I think this is about the timing.
Okay. And so this is gonna be challenging as well. They're both gonna be 8s. And there is danger here.
Rina just knows one of us is about to die. Okay.
Bunny failed like a boss.
Oh no.
What did you get, Bunny?
She rolled a 4. Her current danger is at a 3. It was close again.
I didn't roll yet because I don't know if they fail. Do I still roll?
Yeah, roll it anyway. Okay. We'll see what happens.
I rolled a 6, which is not enough. I have 1 clever.
Okay.
You said I needed an 8.
Correct. Yeah. So you both add a point of danger.
Yikes.
And
good luck, Precious.
You kind of end up in a heap on the ground. For the moment, you are covered in mud. Like, you have kicked up a lot of mud. You've made a lot of noise. The people down here know which corner you're in, but because of this kind of team attack and the mud usage, they're not instantly on you, but you know that they know at least the area that you're in, and they kind of start like digging through the mud trying to find you. Precious, you see this happening. What are you doing?
Save us.
The people on the wall, like, are they tied up or
they are chained?
Chained. Okay. Yeah. Too bad no one has unlock. So where is the chameleon changeling, whatever it is? Like, what is they doing?
He is also moving towards the area of mud. Like, the 2 underlings are really kind of wrist deep in it, trying to find, and they're like moving the light around to make it easier for them to see.
So did their clothes change? Pronouns are hard when you have a shapeshifter. Did their clothes change when they did the transfer?
The clothes did not, just the physical form.
Okay. Can I try and see and steal keys from pockets? Because if they're still wearing this innkeeper's dress, there'd be the big frilly pockets kind of thing, which is why I wanted to know if the clothes changed or not.
Sure.
So
so you can try and sneak over to the shapeshifter and try to grab the keys out of its pocket. There's obviously going to be danger here. I think this is going to be sly.
Okay, sly's my good one.
Good. And it's gonna be difficult. You do know those were deep pockets. So 9.
Oh God. So I need a 6 or above.
Come on, Precious.
Come on. 10. Double zeros. Double zeros. Double zeros.
All right. So you are able.
You guys better pray to the dice gods. Precious keeps rolling hot. Oh my God. Or we're never getting out of here.
So you are able to go over and sneak inside of the pocket of this shapeshifter and grab a set of keys out.
Okay. So I want to carry them over to, I guess, maybe the big burly guy, because he's probably the most likely to be able to extricate himself. Because the innkeeper lady looks like she's not feeling too great right now. So I'm just
way to add allies. Yes. Rina!
Is he, when they shapeshift, is he conscious or is he out of it? That was my question.
They're all unconscious right now.
They're all unconscious.
But
okay.
I can bite things and wake them up.
Okay, got you.
So I'm going to carry the keys over. I'm going to try and bite him on the ankle and wake him up. Nudge the keys.
So you would have to do this yourself because they're chained to the wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's that kind. I thought it was this kind. All right.
Yeah. No, they are like feet above the ground, chained to the wall.
Okay.
So I think this would be clever to use a human tool.
Okay. I don't have any in that. So What do I need to roll?
It's
Hand
gonna
off the
be.
keys to
It's
somebody.
it's not. It's
I got
not
a 7.
terrible.
Is
Oh, don't tell me
7
what it
enough?
is yet, because I haven't given you a
Okay.
difficulty.
Oh, okay.
Because I was gonna say 8, but now I feel bad saying it after you've already rolled.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, I think that you go over and you've got to climb up this man and like put the key in with your mouth and try to turn it. So at a point of danger.
Okay.
Lord.
I'm
and
only at 1. It's fine.
Yeah, you're able to get the key in, but as you're going to turn it, you feel this big burly hand grab a hold of you, and this man looks down at you, is like, "Oh, this cat got away. I don't need this cat," and he turns and he throws you towards the curtain. Todd and Bunny, hands are probing at you, getting ready to grab a hold of you. What are you both doing? You see Precious get thrown out the curtain back into the bar proper.
Oh, everything I want to do is so dumb. What do you think, Bridget? What's Bunny doing?
Oh my god.
Like it was all fun and games until you threw my cat.
Mm.
Like, don't throw my cat. How dare you? The audacity.
How dare you?
How dare?
It's that fucking disrespectful. Bunny's gonna turn around, and Rev, you can take this however you can find a way. She will either use the little Tasmanian devil speed legs to kick up mud into people's faces and attempt to blind them, distract them, immobilize them.
Yeah.
Or she will do that same method in an attempt to cast, distract, or confuse.
Oh, okay. So I think it's up to you which you want to do, because obviously the ramification would be different and the stat you're using would be different.
What stat would you ask for?
I mean, with magic there is no stat.
Oh, sorry. If I'm just doing pure throwing mud in people's faces.
If you're just, I think it's gonna be. Yeah, why don't you do it with magic? You know what? You convinced me. Yeah, this you have a spell to do it. So, are you? Don't tell me the result yet. Are you trying to get one of them or both of them? Is my first question, because that will change the difficulty.
2 underlings are coming at me, and the boss, Mom Killer, just threw our cat right now. Oh God, Toad is right here, so I'm gonna go for one of the underlings.
Okay. So this is gonna be basic. This is gonna be an 7.
You rolled a 2.
Oh my god.
And what is your current danger?
Oh,
no. All right. So, Todd, what are you trying to do?
Oh my gosh.
Not
Stop
die.
Bunny from doing that? No.
Oh my
I
god.
think that, can you tell me the underlings, what do they look like in the face?
They look like just average Joes and Janes.
Okay. Any facial hair?
Sure.
Okay. Well,
but not on who you'd expect.
I'm going to try to make flame on the beard of one of the underlings.
Okay.
Yeah, as they reach down.
So I think this is going to be basic too. This is targeted. You're very wet and covered in mud right now. So it's going to be a 7, and there is danger.
Okay. Gosh, what if we both die in the same turn?
While Precious just got yeeted out of the room.
Then Precious just goes home.
Yeah, exactly. Good effort.
I have food at home. I can survive.
Okay, I didn't succeed, but I rolled above my danger, so I got a 5.
Okay. So mark a point of danger.
Yes.
What are you at now? 4?
No, I'm at 5 now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. So
Y'all.
I know. Sorry, babe.
so let's deal with so all right, you know what? We're gonna deal with this from Precious's point of view, I think, for a moment.
For the next 30 minutes.
for just a moment. Precious, you, as cats do, land on your feet up above in the room, and you notice that, like, these other cultists, turn and look as you fly out and, land and I assume hiss at them.
Mhm.
And from far below, the way you've just come, you hear that shriek from Bunny again. And then it is cut short. You don't hear it anymore. And there's a pulse of blue light that comes from like underneath the curtain. Something magical is happening. Todd, you see this, that as you try to cast flame onto this guy's facial hair, Bunny gets picked up and handed to the big burly man, and the big burly man holds Bunny up, and just these blue flames erupt from their hands. And like, it's this weird, like, it's not like Bunny doesn't burn, but it's almost like she just kind of shimmers out of existence, almost like she's been made a sacrifice.
Oh, wow.
And when this happens, you notice that the people on the wall, like they're some of them are in pretty bad shape. It seems like it heals them. It makes them better. And you're kind of stunned in this moment by seeing this. With your fail, I think that's what it is for the moment. That one, you have witnessed this. And two,
Roll Sam.
and
Right.
two, that you're kind of taken aback by it for a moment because you have no idea what happened. Like, what it looks like when things burn. Bunny did not burn.
Right.
Bunny almost like faded out of existence into sparkles.
See, I pictured the way that Todd makes flame, that he puffs up and then the flame comes out of his mouth.
Uh-huh.
So I think he just swallows the flame when he sees that happen.
Oh my god.
And it like comes out of his nose.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So Todd, what are you doing in this moment?
Leaving. Like, this is not the right moment for Todd to be a hero. So I think that escape is the first priority.
Okay. And which route do you want to use? Do you want to try to use the door that you used before, or go up the steps?
So based on where the henchmen are, is the way I came in behind me right now?
It is, yeah.
Okay, I think that's the easiest.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to try to do is circle around and find another way to meet up with Precious.
Okay. So I think this is going to be a sly. You're going to try to sneak out of here. They are a little distracted because of the magic having just gone off, but there is going to be danger here because there's danger. But we're going to say that I think this is basic. This is going to be a 7.
Okay.
Come on, Todd.
Don't pull a bunny.
Todd.
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 Todd, talk to us, babe.
I rolled 2 and I have 2 sly, so I'm one under my danger.
Oh my god.
All right.
Goodbye,
So
Todd.
Precious up in the bar. There is a moment where again, like you're kind of like, what are you doing in this moment? You've been thrown out and you see this blue fire. What is your intended, like, what were you planning on doing next when you hear Bunny scream and then it gets cut off?
Okay. I'm an asshole cat.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Okay. So
personally,
Like that's what I would do as a cat. It's like,
Damn your
okay,
eyes.
Bunny's gone.
Yeah.
Todd's probably gone.
Uh-huh.
And if he's not, we'll meet back up on the way home. But
Okay.
I gotta protect my own fur right now, guys.
I think this is gonna be simple. This is
Okay.
gonna be a fierce, so just a 6. There is danger, but this is to get back out of the bar.
Okay. I do
They
have
are
+1
distracted.
fierce.
So
Okay. 6 + 1, that's a 7. That's a right?
yes,
Yes.
yeah, you're
Okay.
good. Yep.
I couldn't remember if you said 6 or 8, and I was like, oh no.
Yep. No, so you are able to knock the door open again and scamper off into the night. As the door, we saw this scene before where the door opened and like you and Todd had this moment and then it closed. And as it opens, we see again this burst of flames from like just beneath this curtain as it closes again, and we kind of pan back and we see this sparkly toad just drifting off into the ether.
Precious just stalks off. Like,
Yep.
okay, well, I liked them, but I can live without them.
So you're going home now?
Well, I gotta go eat, don't I?
Okay. And so what does I think just paint me a picture here. What does the rest of Precious's life look like living in the witch's cottage, feeding off of her body, etc.?
Oh my God.
I was glad someone picked up on that.
Yeah.
Well, just, wandering around, occasionally going out, catching mice and chasing squirrels. And I probably forget about Bunny and Todd after a few months. It just feels like this has always been just me here. And, maybe I allow another cat in for company, but maybe not. Probably knows through some of Mom's spell books.
Yeah, it's nice to not have roommates anymore. Like it
really
kind of
is.
cramped your style.
Especially
when you see the
Todd had
ashtray.
that slimy smell, and Bunny snored
Bunny definitely snored.
and twitched in her sleep, thump 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 thump. So
It's
it's
true.
quiet. There's pity about whatever happened in the village, but I made it, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, and in the distance, where we see Scamble Shanks, we see this burly man, and in one hand he holds his hand up and he produces flame.
Oh,
He's like, oh, and in the other hand he holds it up and there's this like twisting light that kind of dazzles somebody nearby.
our spell.
And he's like, oh, this is going to be very beneficial. And he steps out onto a boat and sails away over to another land. And that is The Witch is Dead by Grant Howitt. You can find all of his games at gshowitt.itch.io. He has a ton of amazing one-page RPGs. We have played half a dozen of them on stream. So,
Wow,
Oh my God.
That's a fun game. I like
that was
one.
great.
the success rate on this game not super high.
What? It was the distribution because Rina rolled really well, and then Bridgett and I rolled really poorly. Well, I was kind of in the middle, but I failed some really important rolls.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah,
Like our
So-
death rolls.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's an important one. Gosh,
I
like
also
that.
kept doing things I had +3 to, so even when I rolled low, it
Yeah.
still managed to hit. So
Yeah. Well, the danger element reminded me of Insight from Cthulhu Dark.
Right.
So I like
Yes.
that because it's like it gets more and more tense as
Yeah.
as you continue to play. I also like that Todd's last words to Precious were no matter what happens, get the eyes, and she was just like,
And she forgot
"Get
about
the
us.
fuck out."
I
A cat, though,
mean,
right?
yeah, I mean that like if I'd been any other animal, probably would have tried other things, but as a cat, I'm
that
not
was
going to
funny.
stick around.
Yeah, I
No.
like that. Yeah, I'm just
This
pissed they
was
took our
awesome.
spells.
Rev,
That was great.
thank
Yeah,
I
thank you
know,
for running
right?
that,
Yeah.
Rev.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That was a lot of
If you
fun.
hadn't thrown me out of the room, I probably would have died, but so failing that roll was a good thing.
Was a good
Yeah.
thing.
It
I
was
did
a
a
good thing.
random die roll before we started to see
Mhm.
what animal sacrifice this changeling had done before to know which one of you it wasn't after.
Oh,
So
that's
it
cool.
had done
That's
cat
cool.
recently, and
Yeah, that makes sense.
And
That
so-
worked out nicely.
And I think just for all of you to know, so on my chart, the things that I rolled before we started. So the village, you roll twice. So the things that were about the village were number 3, it was controlled by a creepy cult.
Yeah.
And number 9, it's shady and dangerous. And then the witch hunter is, and it was number 8, duplicitous and hidden. And then there's a twist. And so this is one that if you're playing this with other people, you could tell them about the village and the witch hunter if you would like. But this is the one you keep secret. And again, these are all D10 rolls. And ours was the witch hunter didn't do it. And so that's why we had the witch hunter. And I was like, oh, this kind of makes sense. The changeling has taken on the form of the witch hunter. Yeah.
No, that was really
That's
cool. I mean,
fun.
it
Yeah.
was, at one point I was wondering, like, did you use a pre-written thing or did you write it yourself? But obviously you made it up yourself.
Yeah, I just made it up based off of these
Yeah,
4
that's really
rolls.
That's great. Yeah, Grant Howitt, that's the name, right?
Yeah.
I've come across a bunch of his stuff and I always want to run it. Like I think Fish Heist is one of them. And
Honey Heist as well.
Honey Heist,
Yeah.
and Fish Heist, yeah. So I just I haven't done it, but I need to because this is awesome.
Jason Statham's Big Vacation, which is that you play as part of the PR team for Jason Statham, and you have to give him vacation while the evil Wesley Sniper is trying to ruin his vacation. And again, it's these same things where you've got roles that you do, and
Right.
yeah.
Well,
Tons of good
I will
ones.
never roll this well ever again on anything. So I'm just going to be like, okay. Mhm.
I'm glad you used all your good rolls to not save anybody.
At least I didn't kill you this time. You
That's
killed
true.
you.
The
That's true.
cats are really known as being the ultimate team players.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Oh, shoot. That was
Let's
a
be
lot of
honest.
fun, though.
Todd
was
and
so much
Bunny
fun.
were dead the second they left the cottage.
Yeah.
That was inevitable.
I'm dead whenever I agree to play a game. I pretty much
True.
die in everything. So do we want to go around one more time? Just say where people can find you and before we sign off?
Yeah. So I am Rev. I'm the host of the Crit Show, which is an actual play podcast where we play Monster of the Week and other Powered by the Apocalypse games, all within the same dimension hopping narrative. We also make Let's Plays for newly launching or kickstarting games. And you can find everything about us over at the critshowpodcast.com. And then we also do stream 2 or 3 times a week over at twitch.tv/the Crit Show.
Very good. And Bridgett.
Closing out, my name is Bridgett. You can find me at my company and LLC at symphonyentertainment.com. That's www.symphonyentertainment.com for all of your horror tabletop role-playing game needs. If you would like to hear me ramble about this event, because I'm totally going to talk about it on the next MUP, feel free to tune into the Miskatonic University podcast, where I'm one of the hosts there. You can catch up on previous episodes at www.mu-podcast.com. And last but totally not least, if you are looking to write for 7th edition Call of Cthulhu, holler at your girl and I can get you plugged in on all the amazing resources that can kind of get you springboarded into that. And if you would like to see not as ridiculous as shenanigans, I will be on season 2 of Ain't Slayed Nobody.
Are you sure not as ridiculous? Do you really want to say that?
Occasionally not as
misspoke on that one.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And Rina.
Yeah. So, yep. So there are ridiculous shenanigans on Ain't Slayed season 2 that I'm playing currently with Bridgett and some other people. Looking forward to that. You can find me on the Old Ways podcast on the Orient Express. Also, I forgot to mention my own scenario for Cthulhu Dark, Die Not Ingloriously, which Bridgett played in, and is set at the Trojan War at the fall of Troy. First episode just dropped on the Old Ways podcast main feed, and episode 2 is coming out fairly soon. So if you enjoy the Trojan War and Cthulhu Dark, you can listen out for that. And I will be running Vampire the Masquerade, a custom campaign that I wrote for a cast of amazing players on the Old Ways. So keep an eye out for that on Twitter and on Discord. So.
And I have nothing except for Patreon, as always. I have my toadstool cap.
There we
But,
go.
I wore the wrong
Yay.
hat. That was the problem.
Yeah, the wrong
Unlucky.
hat.
But yeah, patreon.com/ain'tslayed. It's hard to edit a podcast, Rev. You can attest to that. But we try to put as much bonus content out as is not practical, but as is possible. And we have a lot of fun with it. So if you're not already part of the posse, consider joining up. It also helps me generate money to put into the show, which I'm very good at doing. So any support you can offer is appreciated for that. Thank you again, Rev. Thank you, Bridgett. Thank you, Rina. This was a lot of fun. I knew it would be fun because I've played stuff with all of you, so I knew it would be cool and interesting and funny. And I think it surpassed my expectations. So thank you,
Good,
everybody,
good.
for
Thank
taking
you,
the time to do
Rev.
this.
Yeah, of course.
Fantastic.
Take care, everybody.